I was on Instagram, and AK-47 went live with Ceddy Nash. And the topic, of course, is what the topic has been for like the last past week. Ceddy got caught in a situation, I guess in his hometown, where, you know, he got on the news and he wanted to report some stuff on the news that he supposedly saw doing a shooting or whatever the case. And people been dragging him about it.
You heard the argument. Was it a long argument? Was it just short? Did it seem like they knew each other?
It was static. And his friend was like, he not even a part of this. You know, he not a part of this S.
And then boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boom.
When I saw the video, the first thing I did was look at Ceddy and how young he was. Ceddy was young as hell. That's one thing I looked at. Second thing I looked at his weight side, but that's a whole nother subject. That just goes to show you that this shit probably like 10 years ago. I'm looking at him do this video for this news reporter, and it just looked to me like a dude who was happy to be on the news at the time. You know how kids do, or how young teenagers do when they feel like they finna be on TV. That's all I saw. You just was a lame nigga glad to be on TV. And the only reason I'm calling you lame dude is because you called me weird last night doing your Instagram live stream with AK-47. And I'm gonna just say something about y'all too, dude. I used to rock with AK, and I used to rock with you too, said until last night, until you called me weird. Y'all can't get mad because people don't always agree with the stuff that y'all be saying on y'all platforms. AK, you really don't be having no valid points. Most of your stuff be opinionated, but you make it come off as fact, and you get mad if the followers or the people on your page don't agree with what you saying, and you go to blocking people and all that stuff. But these the same people who funding you to live the little life that you living now, because it's obvious that this content shit is life-changing. Okay, so that's my problem. That's my issue with him. Not nothing personal, it's just the content. Like, I don't like your content, bro. Not saying I don't like you as a person. I just don't like your content. Ceddy to me was more one of the people that was more educated. I used to learn things from listening to him. But then when 2003 came out, and it was last year, the year of the Rico, and this year of the snitch, content did a whole 360. So now I just watch our videos just honestly to see what y'all gonna say, who y'all gonna talk about, what narratives y'all gonna push, what false stories y'all gonna put out there. Just like 2 weeks ago, Ceddy, you posted a video saying that Biggie Smalls allegedly was the one who gave the gun to the Crips in LA to get Tupac killed, saying that he wanted them to do it with his pistol. Like, why would you even put that out on your platform? You a Crip, supposed to be a Crip from LA, gang member, gang affiliated, but you put out some bullshit like that. And if you Google that story, LA Times, when that story came out at the time, they said that that story was false.
Diddy has nothing to worry about, because honestly, it was all big the whole entire time. Some of y'all never even knew that. I guarantee you Vlad didn't even know that. Vlad never seen that Los Angeles Times article. Because if he did, he would have referenced that. But it's cool.
They had a whole new writing staff that came in, and one of them stories was one of the false stories that the people ran and got hold to try to put it out as if it was real. And when they found out, they snatched it down, they apologized for it. But anyway, you can't get mad, bro, because people don't be liking your content. And then so for you to call me weird last night, the reason why he called me weird last night was because y'all remember when Gunna was on the news a couple years ago.
Kitchens claims Benton and Carter were both wearing red the night Jasmine Lynn was shot.
It was just a coincidence of how it was put out. Like, they actually had on the same exact color.
Okay.
He just had on the hood, and Devo didn't. He had on a regular shirt.
Kitchens believes that mistaken identity played a big role in this case, and he knows one thing for sure, that his cousin is innocent.
And it's not right, because you think you have one in jail for the crime, but it's not the right guy.
He was like in Shady Park, I think that's what they call it. His brother ended up going to jail for shooting that happened, where he was wrongfully convicted, wrongfully arrested for it. And the only thing Gunna did was pretty much got on the news with these people and wanted to clear his brother's name. Like, that ain't even what my brother had on. Like, my brother didn't even have this on. Woo, blase, blase. Like, they pretty much misidentified who, they got the wrong person. Every single blogger that talk about street stuff, that want to talk about these street codes, want to talk about ratting and gang banging and snitching, every blogger considered that video as being a snitch video. Called Gunna a rat, saying that if you in the streets, you shouldn't be on the news, you shouldn't be giving the news reporter no information and none of that stuff. Every last one of you niggas did that shit. I remember. And it ain't even important for me to go find a video now to prove this point, but man, one thing I don't do is put my mouth on people about shit and I don't know what I'm talking about. I remember it vividly. You, AK-47, you, Ceddy Nash, in some of y'all content to make y'all examples when it came to this Gunna shit and this YSL shit. You guys been throwing that man under the bus, and y'all been using the YSL shit and the video from back in the day when he was on the little Crime Stopper stuff to get y'all points across saying that this man is a rat. So tell me why last night I comment under the video and I asked Ceddy what's the difference in the Gunna shit versus what he did, and he called me weird. Tried to go out, wanted to cuss me out. Weird ass nigga, all this woo-doo-doo. Man, I don't care nothing about none of that shit, bro, because one thing I'm learning about you content creators and you bloggers, like you and Ceddy and AK-47, one thing I'm learning about y'all guys, y'all really, the bigger y'all platforms get, it ain't about what's correct. It ain't about what makes sense. It ain't about none of that. It's just a number game to y'all. And it's disappointing to know that because Ceddy, you used to, your content, I'm telling you, like, bro, I used to fuck with your content. I used to. AK, never fuck with your content because you can say all day that you ain't the reason why them boys name came up on the internet and on YouTube. See, we can talk about the streets all day. When stuff go on in cities and shit and go on the streets, it's only gonna go as far as your hometown go. So like if a murder were to happen in my hometown right now, the only people that really gonna know what happened with that murder first and right out back is the people in my hometown. The murderers, they gonna know the murderers or who's supposed to be alleged, the shooters and stuff right out the back. They gonna know that stuff because it's in your hometown. Word travel fast, word move fast. But when it comes to the internet and it comes to social media and it come to YouTube and stuff like that, then nobody know nothing about no MooOp and C thing and all the boys, C there, whoever the fuck was supposed to be the people that killed Duck. You got on the internet AK-47, Mr. King AK, and you put that out first. You did. You put them boy names out first. And I don't give a damn. Like, people not gonna be real about this shit, but I'll be glad when the YouTube algorithm change, where more people start speaking like me and just call this shit for what it is. Y'all guys real misleading. Y'all misleading as hell. You really are. You misleading as fuck, man. Sad. Yeah, I wish I had more bloggers that would talk like me and just keep it real, call it for what it is. This ain't hate. This ain't a number thing to me because I don't care about numbers. I'm all about building. You know what I'm saying? It's more about the value over the variety when it comes to my content. So I don't care about putting out 1 million videos. I don't care about putting out the first video, breaking the first story. My shit is about quality over quantity. So I wish more YouTubers would just be more vocal. Change the algorithm. Let's change the algorithm, man, where we able to just get on here and be honest and speak and just weave out the bad bloggers, the bad apples, and change the algorithm, bro. If you know hip hop and you know music, you know the entertainment business and you really got something to say when it come to this stuff and your opinions ain't biased, you're not gonna get mad because a person don't agree with you. These the type of people that I wanna network with, I wanna socialize with, I wanna build content with. The last 2 years for me just been a lesson learned. I say all that to say this. Watch who you follow on this shit. I don't even feel bad about saying it now because man, I've been watching these guys for like 2 years, 3 years. Ceddy and AK and Ceddy, Ceddy and AK. Y'all boys ain't right, man. Really ain't. And you can say you getting paid all day. You can say all that. You feel me? You can say what you got all day. You can say how much it paying. You're not the only person blessed. You're not the only person having. So just know that. So before this become one of them things, just watch what you say and how you respond to this if you decide to. Because everything ain't a money thing, and every person that come at you ain't hating. And it definitely ain't no broke shit.